Are you a planner geek like me, or are you all in on the digital calendar? You don't actually have to be one or the other. Like most things, the magic is where the two overlap. I'm going to show you 6 steps that I've come up with after 18 years of using paper planners in my own life and in my mental health occupational therapy practice to build mindful awareness, intention, purpose, and vitality in your life. What? How do you get mindful awareness, intention, and purpose and vitality out of a planner? I thought it was just for appointments and stuff. Nope, not the way I do it. If you use it, as I'll show you, your paper planner becomes a journal of self-discovery and a vehicle for living your values. I'm so passionate about it, I even published one, and it became a bestseller on Amazon internationally. If you enjoy content about intentional living, subscribe and click the bell for notifications. I started using paper planners at the beginning of my career when my primary caseload was focused on behavioral activation in people who had been off work for over a year with depression, anxiety, trauma, helping them set goals to help them ease into activity and see their success on paper while celebrating all new wins in our sessions together was really effective. It still is. I also started using these planners myself and came to love the routine in the morning of meditating, having a coffee, sitting down to reflect on my values, watch the sunrise, and look at how the week was going. I'd see what I might be able to do to adjust my plans that day to better align with what I needed and what I care about. Often I'd listen to a podcast or read something inspiring. Taking this quiet time to myself each morning really helped ground me and give me an intentional start to the day, as opposed to jumping into the rat race on autopilot. I'm going to use my Activate Vitality Personal Development Planner to show you the steps, but if there's another planner that you've got and you like to use, has room to do this, by all means, use the one that you love. I tried to set the tone at the beginning here. I wrote, keep this planner out, write all over the place, doodle, crack the spine, give it a lived-in feel, decorate it with art and coffee ring stains. These things create the patina of real, roll-up-your-sleeves living that comes with doing the hard work to live fully and authentically. There are many books available that describe concepts of personal development. We often read them, or don't, then put them on the bookshelf to refer to later or not. The inspiration behind this book is to engage in an immersion in the application of helpful, proven concepts over a period of 6 months. The gradual layering of ideas, tools, and self-awareness occurs concurrently with the intentional application of these concepts in day-to-day living. The action, not the knowledge, builds vitality. The content informs and teaches practical, effective tools, and the planner pages are the vehicle for behavior change. Living and applying learned concepts gradually, they work together. Tips for success? Don't rush ahead. Take your time, marinate in the concepts, be generous and compassionate with yourself. Measure successes in increments and partial successes rather than all or nothing. Use practices in a cumulative way, only leaving behind that which does not serve you. Circle back to earlier ideas, practices, and tools as you move forward. Be flexible and adaptable. Make things work for you. Incorporate the other learned helpful ideas and tools into action. Include your own spiritual practices as is meaningful to you. Find an accountability partner who's on a similar journey for encouragement. If this stuff excites you, can you raise your hand by leaving a comment to out yourself as a planner geek in the comments? I'd love to see who you are. I encourage people to overcome the perfectionism that sometimes creeps up when putting pen to paper in a new book. I do this by encouraging you to record what you did, not what you plan to do for the first 2 weeks. This not only gets you started without overthinking it, but it also gives you a chance to build that habit of reflecting on the day and creates a baseline for activity to start. Something to compare to later as you evolve through this process. Note what you did, how things impacted you, things that you're excited about, things you're frustrated about, things you want to remember for later. Then after that 2 weeks, there's an opportunity to reflect and learn from the previous 2 weeks. This part's unique. We typically think of planners as forward-thinking, but I want you to look at how life is going at that time. This builds your awareness and helps you notice the patterns that may not contribute to you living your life the way you really want to. This is also an opportunity to notice patterns of things that light you up. when you were in flow, when you felt most alive. Those moments point to your values. Highlight the heck out of them. I much prefer this method of values exploration to allow them to emerge over time rather than sitting down with a list and some cards and picking out words. So note any words that are coming up in this section, in this values section of your planner, and don't worry, you're not getting a tattoo of them at this point. I mean, you could if you'd like, but it's not time yet. We're still working and they're letting them emerge. Maybe the thing that comes up doesn't sound like a values word. Maybe it's color or travel that light you up. Awesome, that's workable. Put it down, keep going. This will evolve over time. Before I show you the 6-step process for living more intentionally, I'd like to give you a quick little tour of how the main pages are set up in the planner. You can see I've left it undated for lots of flexibility, and I also didn't include any times in that left column. This way you can be flexible with where you start, or even break it up into different sections of the day: morning, routine, AM, PM, evening. Some people put a list in that section. Some people want to block out exactly when everything is happening. There's room to set an intention for the week, list some values as they emerge, and there's your task list. There's a habit tracker for tracking things that you're trying to do each day, and a room for inspiration, putting a quote or something there. There's space for gratitude and a note of how you're living your values. All right, let's get into those 6 steps to build more intention and vitality in your life. Number 1, enter your fixed appointments. These are the things that are typically in your phone or your digital calendar. Don't stop using the digital calendar. It's really helpful with its alarms, meeting requests, portability, websites, addresses for where you need to be. Just write your appointments out in the planner for the week. This helps time block. Use pencil if it'll bother you to cross them out when things change. Number 2, set an intention for the week. Is it to focus on sleep? Is it to prioritize self-care? Or maybe it's just to get your together. Or better yet, show yourself more self-compassion. Number 3, use the habit tracker grid to note any helpful habits that you're working on. Are you trying to drink more water, exercise? I've pre-populated it with the mindfulness practice because I encourage mindfulness throughout the planner. The planner is largely grounded in acceptance and commitment therapy, and mindfulness is a big part of that. There's some evidence to show that these trackers really help motivate us because we don't want to break a streak and our brains just love check marks. Cue the dopamine. Number 4, put any important tasks for the week in the task section. This is your to-do list. And look, more spots for brain-pleasing check marks. From here, you can move them into your days, where they suit, where they fit in between things, where the logistics make sense, or you can just knock them out when you have time. But note any values that you're already aware of, or ones that you're just starting to explore through this process. Now, this is really important because I want your values to be an integral part in making your plans each week. So often when I'm feeling off, I look and notice that I haven't done much of the stuff that really lights me up. Chicken, egg, I don't know. But either way, the cure is to do something in line with your values, even a small thing. 6th, make it fun. Note any inspirational quotes in the inspiration section. Add color, add stickers. Some people like song lyrics or affirmations, or even affirmations. Check out this video here if you want more on affirmations. Making it fun is about enjoying the process. I read somewhere that if you enjoy the process, the results will come. I found that extending this process of planning through creative exploration, reading inspiring things, really helped me to connect with the content, connect with those values, feel that inspiration, and really work those into how I'm living my life each day. So what do you think? Is this a practice that you think would be helpful in building intention in your life or the lives of the people you work with? I've had a number of other mental health professionals use the Activate Vitality Planner with their clients as well. I'm grateful they left some great reviews on the Amazon page. I'll put a link for purchase in the description below. It's available on many continents, and there are loads of tips on this webpage as well. I'd love it if you'd leave a review after you've started using it. When you're clearer on your values, it's a little easier to make challenging decisions and make room for the difficult feelings and thoughts that come up when you're pushing that comfort zone. You can also check out this video on getting out of your comfort zone next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know if you're going to change the way you're doing your planning.